Okay, I'm hoping that you can hear me. I'm not 100% sure how well the audio is, but it looks like it's picking it up. Hello and welcome. I'm Ashley Pappas, and this is the Naturally You 40 to 40 check in. Today is the first time in a little bit having me check in. I moved and I haven't really been able to do a lot of streaming, and to be honest, I had to just take some time to take care of myself and to heal. And but I've been keeping up with it. I've been staying on track. It's been a challenge, which is very appropriate considering this is the 40 to 40 challenge. But I have been sticking with it, and I've been just making sure that I'm eating to live and not living to eat, and that what I'm eating is nutritious and it agrees with my body because I've got some food allergies and intolerances. And it's been working out, which has been just crazy because I thought it would be a lot harder considering that I've gone through menopause and I've got a nervous system disorder and just a lot of things that I didn't have to deal with the first time I lost weight. Right now, for this check in, I am sitting right at 30 pounds lost. However, I have gained about 10 pounds of muscle, which means that I have already lost 40 pounds of fat. So I'm really stoked with the results. I'm hoping to hit the 40 by 40 in September. And considering the rate that I'm going, I don't see that being an issue, but life always likes to throw curveballs, plateaus, and whatnot. But it has not been a cakewalk. Excuse the reference to cake, but it hasn't. I've had to move in the middle of this without any foresight that I was going to need to. I had to find a place to live. I had to move to the new place. I'm still in the process of getting settled in. I'm almost settled in, but my office is the last thing to get completely situated because I wanted my kids to have a home that felt like home as soon as possible. And things are coming together. The separation is slowly evolving into a divorce, and next week, the sale of our house goes through, and there's just a lot going on. And I made sure that I wasn't turning to food whenever those emotional moments hit, and that I found healthier outlets to self-soothe and just kind of took a little extra TLC time for myself. And some of that meant not getting in front of the camera as much, partially because I don't really know exactly where I'm going to be doing this permanently while I'm here, but I figured that I just welcome to my living room right now. You can see part of the sound systems behind me and set up, but I'm still kind of trying to figure out exactly how everything's going to unfold in that sense, but that's okay because it's been really neat to just let me be where I'm at and do as much as I could to do it without judgment and be able to stay on track because, when I went through and I lost 100 pounds before, there wasn't a whole lot of life controversy. There wasn't a whole lot of stress going on in my life. And so I was able to just put the blinders on and go full speed ahead and put 100% of my focus into that. And this time it just isn't the case because I have got so many other things going on in life. And just being able to walk through that and still be seeing the results has been really, really neat. And as of right now, I'm still not doing anything to change my strength training, my cardio training. I have, however, started playing ice hockey again. It was just something that I had planned to do at the very beginning. As soon as I got fully vaccinated, I planned on signing up for a league. So I played a couple games with that, but nothing crazy. And so the majority of the results I've seen have simply been through tracking what I eat, by becoming more aware and mindful of what I'm putting in my mouth and making sure that I'm logging everything, making sure that I am being honest with myself and with my tracker and putting down every single thing that goes in my mouth, even if it's just a little packet of liquid IV that's like, I think maybe 5 to 15 calories. But just making sure that every single thing gets logged because just like when it comes to journaling or tracking stress levels, when we track things, we get a more objective picture of it. Because something that I found, because I'm gonna tell myself here, I haven't been perfect at it. There have been a few days that I have just not tracked anything. But what I found is that on those days, I actually eat less throughout the day. And then at night, I feel like I'm really hungry, obviously, because I haven't nourished my body enough. But I feel like I've eaten more than what I really have. And it makes it really, really easy to overcompensate or to try to not take in enough energy to get to the point where I know personally I get to the risk of overeating, where I get to the risk of giving into emotional eating, where I get into the risk of mindless eating and just making poor decisions. You know, sometimes it's just making dinner and having a second or third helping. And so by tracking that, I have that objective, that clear picture, and I know exactly where I'm sitting at, and it makes it a lot easier not to get to that, which is funny because it's like the opposite. It's not eating enough, I've found, is usually the biggest trigger to me falling off and falling into the emotional eating, the overeating. And it's just tracking. It's just being able to see in black and white right in front of me exactly what has came into my body and how much more I need in order to have a healthy balance and healthy nutrition levels. So that's been super cool to see this because, as I said in earlier videos, I really expected to have more. I expected this to be more of a struggle. I expected it to my body to push back more in terms of metabolic slowing down, the metabolism slowing down with being going through menopause, and I expected um, there to just be more roadblocks, which kind of shows me that it's just everything. It's everything else combined in it that has made it difficult in the past, and really making this commitment has made a huge, huge difference. And so if you're going along and if you've got your own 40 to 40 challenge going on, I hope that you're doing well. I plan on continuing to check in live every week at 1. I may or may not be able to check in next week because I'm going to be in western Nebraska on the lake on a beach. And um, something that I do every year. This year I kind of was trying to talk myself out of doing it. But again, something that I found that has really helped with this process is making sure and holding those boundaries to make sure that I really take care of myself in this. And so I'm making myself go. And so whether or not I'm able to do this next week is here nor there. But I might not. But regardless, I will be back in 2 weeks. And I hope that you have a great weekend. I will see you next time and take care. Till then, make sure to be naturally you. Bye for now.